Man, welcome back. Another week. Toe to toe sports. What's going on, Steve?
What's up, my brother? How you doing? How you doing?
Man, can't call it. Go ahead and take this thing off here, man. Look, man, it's a special week. We're gonna get right to the shits. It's Gator Week, man. Excuse my co-host and that trash he got behind him, but it's Gator Week. You know what I'm saying? So we've been counting down college football, NFL, countdown to the kickoff, man. We got 3 weeks to this pigskins in the air. My Gators against Utah and all that. UGA versus Oregon and whoever else is left. This week we doing Florida. Next week we're gonna get them dogs they simply because they won the Natty last year. Got to give them respect. Hometown team get the last spot. But F them, we ball, man. So today, we got some guests coming on. It's my guy, Gator Drew. Y'all think I love the Gators? My man make me look like a noob. You feel me? Great insight, man. So I definitely appreciate you coming on here. Short notice too, man. I just hit him up this morning. He was like, "Yeah, I slide on." So, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's actually my first invite to a actual real podcast. I kick it on the spaces and stuff. So this is my first one, man. So I'm excited. I'm nervous.
Hey, man, don't be
We,
nervous.
we appreciate you coming on, man.
Talk
Thank
that
you.
same
Thank
stuff
you.
we do on Twitter. You can talk it here, man. We good. You see the parental advisory, explicit content. Look, we grown. We talk like it. We act like it. You know what I'm saying? Steve over there sipping something. Who knows in his cup? it's 4 o'clock somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It is 4 o'clock somewhere, bro.
I'm about to start myself, man. I feel you.
Hey.
So,
all right, Drew. So let me just get out the way. Let me just start off and just get this out.
Hold on. Before you start, I just need something real quick. Before you start.
What? Bro, don't come in here with no food.
Before you start. Gotta set the tone. Set the tone.
Did they play that in Jacksonville last year? Or they didn't get to play that.
Look, man, we play every time we get on the field. Don't be disrespectful.
At some point, but not a lot.
That's how we starting the show, baby.
Drew, y'all gonna beat Utah or not? What's up?
Yeah, man, beating them by at least.
I asked Drew.
Oh, go ahead, Drew. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So
We know what you think.
So I've religiously gone through, man. I watched every Utah game 3 times, and I'm actually going on my 4th. Sorry, guys, I'm going back to sneeze. It's going to be a strong team, man, and I think I put a prediction on my Twitter, and the prediction was 38-21 Florida. I think it'll be a lot closer than that. I think we have some players on the field, man. Anthony Richardson, Lorenzo Lingard, guys that can break runs and score from anywhere. So I think maybe a late score kind of makes it a little interesting. But if you look at some of the weaknesses Utah has, one thing that stands out is they just center their field, man. They give up a lot of posts, a lot of deep slants. In the Oregon game, they throttled Oregon. It was like 38-3. But every time Oregon did move the ball, it was working the middle of the field. Doing what we want to do. A lot of people have the misconception that we're going to be doing a ball control running offense, and that's not what it's going to be. There's going to be a lot. I mean, 1 second, we're in a pistol formation. We're running the ball down our throat. Next thing you know, we got stacked 4 wide receivers. Anthony Richardson's really bearing a healthy season, man. I think he's really going to shine. The one thing outside of, honestly, Oregon, Utah hasn't seen an athletic quarterback like him. And, I know he has to prove some stuff. I get it. But, we saw the plays when he did get playing time. People want to bring up his stats and stuff. he didn't play all year. You know, he's thrown in the fire against a Georgia defense. This was incredible. I mean, you can't take away nothing away from that Georgia defense. But from the start of it, Dan didn't want to play. He didn't want to play Anthony Richardson. He wanted to play Emory. So I think we're going to see a lot different team, man. So I do have Florida beating Utah. You know, Utah's best player is a running back. We see 1,000-yard rushers every week. You know, this isn't, you know, the ACC where you get one from Clemson and you get to play a couple 800-yard rushers. We see that shit every single week, man. We see it with y'all. We see it with Kentucky. We see it. Shit, Tennessee had one last year. We see it every week. So the tight end, they want to throw to Brant Kuthi, I think is his name, and they got another one last name Kincaid. Those two kids are gonna want to eat, man. But their best returning receiver has 300 career yards and 4 touchdowns. After that, it's like a 98 career yards. I think the quarterback's gonna have to use his legs a lot. And, man, the atmosphere. I mean, everybody knows the atmosphere in the swamp is crazy. You give the Gator fans, man, it's a 7:30 game?
7:30.
That boys are going to be drinking all day. Boys
Baby.
rowdy all day. You see how he showed out for Dan his first season. The field is a lot better here. So imagine how we're going to show out now. So I think I might backtrack my 38-21 a little bit. But I would probably backtrack it like 34-23. Like I have us winning. I think we'll be all right. I think maybe a late score makes it look a little farther away than what the game actually is. But I have us winning the game that's maybe a little stressful at sometimes. You can't count out Cameron Rising. You can't count out some of these guys. But at the end of the day, I think we got it, man. I'm comfortable.
Indeed,
So you think that the unranked Gators are going to comfortably beat the number 7 on the Coaches Bowl ranked Utah? You said 38-21?
38-21 is what my Twitter projection is.
Okay.
On my Twitter, I'm gonna run a Spaces the night before the game, and I'll probably project it. I'll look at everything and probably tone it down a little bit, man. I was a little hyped when I made that projection, but I mean, I stand. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here, but I think the unranked Gators are gonna come in and beat a top 10 ranked Utah. No, I remember the feeling when the unranked Gators tore into a number 3 ranked Ole Miss, and I remember everything that we talked about, how there's no way it's gonna happen, you know, all that stuff. I remember the feeling when the 4-8 Gators were taken over by Dan Mullen, and everyone trashed the Dan Mullen hire, and we turned into the 10-2 Gators. So I'm not really putting a lot of weight into what happened last year. I think what happened last year sucked, but I think it actually
with the applause button
this year. There's a lot of unknown for our team. We're going to be playing guys that should have been playing the whole time, like Princely, like Trey Wingo,
Naquan Wright.
Naquan Wright's going to be healthy. He's going to get more playing time.
Anthony Richardson, y'all said he didn't get started.
And I think we upgraded our offensive line, man. Cyrus Torrance is a load. Ethan White was hurt last year. We were a top 25 O-line until Ethan White went down.
Top 25 ain't saying much.
No,
but okay, go ahead.
But we still finished top 10. But we still finished top 10 sacks allowed, and we were number 14 rushing at the end of the season. So
yeah. So
I looked up the numbers too, Steve.
I just think there's a lot of unknown, man. I think there's going to see a lot of players we haven't got to see before that should have probably been playing. You know, Dan Mullen was big on seniority, not really necessarily talent.
Y'all need to stop that. Dan went that bad. I'm gonna stop y'all right here. Y'all keep talking about Dan Mullen so bad. Y'all keep talking about.
Hold on, Steve, because he said Trey Wingo, the Sports Center host. No, Trey Wingo, the 5-star that came from Florida, from where he went to. No, he went to what's the gold helmet? Where the Bosa brothers went. What's St. Thomas Aquinas?
Yeah, Derek.
That's it.
I called myself Trey Wingo, man. I was like, shit.
Oh yeah, Derek Wingo.
Derek Wingo, man. But yeah, man, DeJuan Black. You know, we've been waiting on DeJuan Black. Montrell Johnson's gonna be a nice addition. It's gonna be fun, man. I think we're just gonna see a team that we're not used to. something different. And I don't know, man. I got a good feeling. It's easy to feel good around campus. It's easy to feel good around the team right now.
I mean, y'all ain't started losing yet. I agree. It's real easy. It's awesome.
This guy.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
was losing last year.
Right.
Y'all
Welcome,
were losing
Crystal. Welcome, Crystal, aka Miss Wildfire.
Crystal!
She's one of
She
our
came
co-hosts on
on.
the Sunday show.
Oh,
She's
she
a
a
Gator
Gator
fan
fan.
too, so we had to bring her on. You know what I'm saying? She can get her stuff off too. You know what I'm saying?
She got on an orange shirt, bro. Oh, man.
That's
And
what we
look,
do.
it's
We
Gators.
represent.
It's
If you're
Gators.
gonna do it, you gotta do it, my boy. You gotta do it. And we ain't gotta sit in the background like them other shows. No, they see what it is. They see what it is. But yeah, the Dan Mullen hiring, it wasn't bad. I mean,
It was bad.
it wasn't bad in the sense in the beginning. I think he wasn't the guy to fix the program, but we needed some excitement. We needed some offense. We needed points. We needed to get like the vibrant feel back in the swamp, and he provided that. Like you get a lot of points with Dan Mullen. He's gonna get up there. He's gonna get the big plays. It's just, I think once he got that recruiting violation, and it kind of put him just being like, well, F it then. Like this will happen when I try, forget it. And I'm gonna just make these guys who make them superstars. And I mean, when you look at it, when Pitts came out, was he a 3-star? You know, when Kadarius Toney came out, he's a 3-star. Like a lot of guys that
Trash.
to the league
Trash.
were underrated guys. So I mean,
But we knew he was offensive.
Yeah.
Like we knew that about Butler. I don't think that was ever a question, but could he run a full program? You know what I mean? I think that was the issue. I think we see now he can. But if he goes to Bama next year as their offensive coordinator, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, man.
I have to say that for the rest of the SEC. If Dan Mullen goes to Alabama next year, there is their offensive coordinator. It's ugly. Chris, what you think about Utah? The first game of the week, the first game of the season for y'all. Y'all beat Utah or what?
They coming to the swamp. So
At night. They coming to the swamp at night.
yeah, we don't lose that in the swamp too often. Well, I mean, you know, we've been off, but we usually win in the swamp at night. So I like our chances.
It's hot. I mean, it's Florida. Like I haven't been to Florida in a while, but boy, last time I was there, and it's hot at night. That muggy, it's the different type of heat. That muggy, you know what I'm saying? Heat is just different from dry heat, and that thing just if you ain't brought up in it, it's going to kick your butt every time.
Yeah, Utah definitely better have the conditions, up the park. Because it's probably going to be one of them hot, them rain during the day. At night, you come in, it's all humid. Like you said, damn field is damn near steaming off, steam coming off the field itself. So I can feel you. Yeah, I don't see how Utah gotta go play y'all. They're number 7. They gotta go down to the swamp and play y'all week 1.
And when the schedule was made, they weren't number 7. So
yeah, they weren't ranked like that, and I think we got a home and home with them. So I think we'll have to go to.
Okay.
Too. So I think it's both, but they I like this when we scheduled them, man. We scheduled them a couple years ago.
Oh, of course.
But shout out, all the home games this year are nighttime games, 7:30. All of the home games. And we got like I think we have 7 home games.
7:30.
Yeah, 7:30. And all our home, and we have like 7 home games this year.
They trying to help y'all as much as they can.
Hey man, shout out to the AD for making that happen. Look, they said we're gonna put this thing in our favor, baby. Everybody come to the swamp, come get some. So I love it, man. So look, so everybody's been paying attention, man. Billy Bags, you know what I'm saying? I call him Blue Chip Billy. Hey, whatever you want to call him, a man has been on a tear, you know what I'm saying? I bought in when he got hired. Once he got off that plane, I was bought in. Recruiting was slow per se, and initially, all the other schools were bubbling in May, June, even early July, and then towards the middle end of July, Billy started 2 or 3 per week, and here we are now in August with the top 10 class. How do you guys feel about the class that we have so far?
It's pretty good. I actually didn't expect it to be because he got a late start. So I was like, it might be a little struggle, but he's actually kind of he's closed the gap a little bit. He's actually recruited better than Dan Mullen had recruited prior to that. So I actually looking for next year actually to be, a bigger class of recruiting. But I feel like he closed the gap this year, closer than what I thought it was going to be. Because I was like, okay, he got a late start. How much should we expect from him? But and he, like you said, you call him blue chip Billy. He done got it's 16, right? He up to 16 blue chip players, I think.
We might be higher. Guru
I think y'all got 20. I think y'all got like 20 or 21.
He knows. Look, man. He knows. So go ahead, man. Drop that knowledge.
Yeah, y'all are up there. Y'all up there. Y'all got like 21.
We have 20 total commits.
20.
Okay.
Tyree and Najee Harris Tyree and Bryce Lovett are only 3-stars. So we're at 18 blue chip 4-star players. I'm looking for one of those guys to decommit. I don't want to throw anything. It's kind of common knowledge.
Yeah, and we know who it ain't. Shout out to Bryce.
I'm calling Bryce today.
Bryce been on our show
Bryce
twice.
going to Missouri with his brother. I do it. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you, Bryce.
Bryce actually has his teammate for the 2024 ready to jump on board, man. Rockledge to Florida, man. So
Bryce going with his brother. Y'all just don't know it yet.
I'll tell you what, though, man. The recruiting is crazy. I put an infamous mock class out pretty early, and we've hit on more than half of it. Now there's names that I didn't foresee, such as guys like Dijon Robinson, Kelby Collins was a guy that I was a little iffy on. You don't really go into Bama and take guys like that. And
unless you curve.
Even though Bama's board is deep, we still got some big name guys. So the blueprint is laid out, man. We know what we want to do. Attack the state of Florida. There's some good things coming. I'll say that, but it's not done yet, man. We still got some good things to come. I'd imagine the Utah game, you might hear some good news there too.
Now you said the state of Florida. You mentioned the state of Florida.
Yes, sir.
There's a team there in South that say it's their time that y'all gonna have to take a back seat, and Miami is actually ahead of y'all right now, according to a lot of places. In the recruiting, y'all like right neck and neck. Y'all think y'all gonna finish with a better class than Miami? And do you think that you'll be able to secure Miami within the next 2-3 years? Well, I mean not Miami, but Florida, not Miami. Sorry, Florida, where you guys start, getting the majority of the kids in Florida.
So I'll start off there. I don't think.
I don't want to hear from you, man. I hear from you every week, bro. I don't want to hear from you, bro. Let the guests talk, bro.
Look, I ain't gonna say.
I want to hear from you.
But you gonna hear from me, my guy. But no, I don't think we gonna lock down Miami. I think we'll go and be able to, cherry pick some guys. But I don't expect us to really walk in and just be like, all right, Miami is the Gator, Gatorland. Like that ain't happening. At least it shouldn't, and it shouldn't. And anybody's, common sense or tables they put out, it shouldn't happen. If it does, that would be absolutely crazy. But Miami, they're going to recruit. They're always going to recruit well. They got guys that's on the fringe as well. So it'll be interesting to see if they keep their class intact, especially with some of those big guys. But go ahead, Crystal and Drew.
Yeah. Let me hear from you.
Yeah, it's always gonna be difficult to recruit the actual Miami people because of the
I meant Florida. My bad. I meant more Florida. I didn't mean Miami. Miami, they're gonna them kids down there.
Right. Yeah, I'm saying that area. You were saying Florida. I get that. I think we are going to get back to being at the top of recruiting for the state of Florida, though. But Miami itself is obviously gonna be a little difficult because it's Miami and that culture is still prevalent, even when they're not really winning. It's still, prevalent.
But they feel like they got the best out of the new hire. They feel like they got the best out of Cristobal and Billy.
They should feel like that, right?
Cristobal ain't won nothing.
Yeah, but
we know that. But
I'm just saying he had top 10 recruit classes in Oregon. And when I asked Miami fans what's different about Miami than Oregon, he had the same kids going to Oregon. They didn't win. The
I mean,
Pac-12. Now what you got? You gonna fight Dabo over here in the ACC?
it wouldn't be no different if one of the Pouncey brothers went to USC or somewhere and they top 5 classes every year playing towards the Pac-12 at the top, and then they get hired at Florida. Everybody would be like, "Oh my God, we got our home guy back. He knows the culture, blah blah blah." All the talking points. So I get their excitement, but I just think it's just a little. Their expectations a little bit high for Mario.
What you think, Drew? What you got against this crystal ball versus Billy Napier argument?
So man, I mean, Cristobal's a hell of a recruiter. And I say this a lot for Florida, and I could probably say it for Miami too. The university should recruit itself. Florida, I feel like recruits itself. Billy's a hell of a recruiter. We have a great staff, but the blueprint's different. If you break down the classes, they're above us right now. If you look at that 24/7 ranking, I think it's Miami 264, Florida 261. I think we're like one popping. But if you look at what Miami's doing compared to what Florida's doing, I think what Miami's doing is not sustainable. It's kind of common knowledge they're throwing a little more money out there. They're living in IMG. They're trying to live out of state. That's not sustainable, man. If you go back and you look at a bunch of these cycles, those IMG cats, they're good players, but they never really stick. They're not all from Florida kids. They're not Florida kids. They're eventually, someone's going to come barking at them in their hometown, and they want to do that. If you
barking, I like that barking.
I got you, man. I got you. I saw you live.
I almost said it. I almost said a derogatory term, boy.
If if you look at what Billy's doing, man, we got the 500-mile radius of what we want to recruit, where we want to attack. If you look at the best years of Florida, we still didn't have a ton of South Florida kids. We had Jacksonville, Lakeland, of course, the Gainesville kids. We had kids in our backyard, the places that we're supposed to recruit, and then the 3 or 4, 5 or 6 kids from Maryland, Virginia, every once in a while a Cali kid. Like, we kind of plucked those kids out. So I think what we're doing in our game plan is more sustainable. Miami, they're relying on a little bit of that John Ruiz money, and man, money don't last forever. So I know he made a comment about the ROI and the return on investment. Miami has to win, man. And if Ruiz is putting all this money into getting these guys recruits, but 22 fans are showing up to their football games, they're not really making any money, man. So I think they're doing a good job right now. I think what's left on the board from what our game plan is, from some of the names they have, I know they're real big on Samson. I might mess his name up, but Okunlola, I think. He's a 5-star offensive tackle. I know that they're really trying to push him, so I wouldn't put it past Mario to be able to pull a 5-star offensive tackle. Rumors are that Francis and Malik and some of the other guys are already shopping around. You don't have those rumors at Florida, right? That you got the one Sharif Denson. He wore Alabama gloves in this game last night. He's big on Alabama, but there's no rumors that he's shopping around. So there's already rumors that Miami's class is shopping around. I think that we finish above them. We still got some guys, some top 5-star guys. Cormani McClain, Keon Keeley, 2 guys that you guys are going to go after with us, Rusall and James Smith, man. That's going to be a fight. I got you, man. It's going to be a dog fight, man. So it's going to be a fight between. I think it'll be a 3-team race between Georgia, Alabama, and Florida. Keon might paint the way, depending on what's happening. So we're in it for a lot more, man. Dijon Johnson. There's so many more guys. Puck Howard, we're still looking at that are real high on the board compared to Miami. Miami's top heavy. They have a good class, obviously, but if you don't tell me who's what teams and you put 18 4-star players with 2 3-stars compared to 1 5-star, 7 4-stars, and 12 3-stars, what class are you picking? I'm probably taking the 18. Top to bottom, we're a little stronger. So I don't know. I think Miami's doing a good job. I'll give credit where it's due.
I
But
think Ruiz doing a good job. I don't know about Miami, but Ruiz.
yeah,
No, man,
it's
you
a lot
can't
of
take nothing from Mario, man.
I'm
Mario,
not. But the money helps, though. You can't tell me the money don't help.
yeah, it's definitely a Ruiz and Mario show, man. But one thing that you'll probably love, man. They told us that that DB coach they got from y'all was gonna take Corey Raymond's lunch. And ever since he left Georgia, that boy ain't recruiting at all.
that boy's still looking for a parking spot,
So,
boy.
so who was the recruit? Was it Georgia recruiting itself, or was that guy pulling y'all recruits?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. If a DB is coming to Georgia, it's because of Kirk. Ain't nobody else. It's nobody else. Trust me, that. It don't matter what DB. I can go be DB coach at Georgia right now, and we still pull a 5-star. So yeah, it don't matter about that part. If a defensive player is coming to Georgia, he's coming because of Kirk Smart, not a position. So Dan Lanning left, and we still signed the top 3 linebackers in this class.
Yeah, and Will Muschamp too, man. Will Muschamp's on the hell of up too. That's just.
I wasn't too high on Muschamp at first, man. I'm not gonna lie. I really wasn't.
He's a good energy guy, man.
He is. But when it comes to X's and O's, you got to keep him out.
Hey, you have to know your staff's strengths and weaknesses. Like when you look at Florida, we have in our linebacker room, right? We have Bateman, who, coaching wise, technique wise, he gonna get you right. Like you gonna be damn near perfect. But recruiting wise, he may not be the best. But that's why you bring in the guys behind him, the analysts, the other guys that deal with the linebackers to go out, Peterson, to go out on the behalf of the linebackers and seal those deals. So it's about knowing the balance of your staff. And one thing I will say about the Mario and Billy conversation, everybody talked about locking down the state, right? When Mario got hired, it was, they're going to lock down the state. When you look at Billy's roster, man, Billy's class, out of the 20 commits, was 18, 17 are from the state of Florida. And Mario, it's nowhere close to what we have. So when you talk about locking down the state from the top to the bottom of the state, we got guys coming all over. And that's a testament to itself. Like when Billy got hired at his presser, he gave a few things that he was going to do. He's going to fix the meal plan. He's going to fix the parking. He's going to fix the housing and the facilities.
I ain't heard when yet.
With a 500-mile radius, and he's going to lock down the state. And
I ain't heard the word win yet.
Oh,
tell Billy to say the goddamn word win.
But all of this is building foundation for the
win. He said everything but win.
This guy.
He started talking about meal plans and parking lots.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get Steve-O nothing.
Listen, all that parking, all those meal plans, all that stuff, that's how you eventually win. You have to change the morale of a team. We got a team where the coaching staff quit, the players quit.
Man, said they don't want North Florida.
Well, you tripping. You don't want North Florida. You don't want Cormani McClain to come play for y'all? Get out. Okay, we'll make sure we screenshot this and tag him in and say Miami don't want you down there.
Cormani had a big game last night, man. I think 2 interceptions, 1 for 6. A lot of the Florida commits had huge nights last night, man. UG Wilson blew up.
Balled out. 2 catches for 2 touchdowns and like 200 yards.
It's fun in Gainesville right now, man. It's definitely fun in Gainesville right now. It's gonna be more fun when we beat Utah, man.
But Miami isn't taking the South. That's the whole point. Like Ohio State is eating y'all lunch in Miami, and we are too.
Okay.
So
all right, so we said we got the Utah game out the way, right? Utah, Swamp at night, cool. Now, team that hadn't beat y'all in I think 70 years last year actually came up and got a W. Kentucky had not beat y'all in forever. That's your first SEC game, I believe. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you beat Kentucky this year, or do Kentucky start their own streak? It's gonna be a tough game, y'all, in my opinion.
Their star running back is out. First of all, their star running back is out for 3 or 4 weeks, so we ain't even worry about that. That run game is over. Wan'Dale Robinson is gone. That one-hitter quitter.
They got a quarterback that say going to the league, though. I don't believe it. I don't know who got him rated high on the quarterback list, but
that's a dub.
What you think, Crystal?
They coming to the swamp, right? Or we go to?
They come to the swamp.
They come to the swamp, baby.
Oh man, God! Oh Yeah. I think they beat y'all at Kentucky last year, so they stormed the field.
Oh, we gonna win.
Yeah, they come to the swamp.
Oh man, I don't know Stoops. I like Stoops as a coach though, but yeah, if he does beat y'all, that will I think cement him in the swamp. I think that'll cement him as one of the top coaches. I think he's not. He's been kind of busy. He ain't got that signature
He
win,
giving
right?
a lot of respect to the Gators. See, that's the
I
thing. When
mean,
somebody beats the Gators,
because
hold
listen,
on. That's
hold
the
on,
thing
hold on.
that
It's
gets me.
not
People
somebody.
talk
It's
trash
not
about the
somebody.
Gators,
Because if
and
we
when you
beat
beat the
y'all,
Gators,
it's
you get all this
expected.
respect.
We're talking about Kentucky, and it's not basketball.
Right. I mean, they balled out last year. They until they hit that. I think UGA was their first loss, and then they kind of went off the cliff. I mean, UGA builds their team from the trenches out.
We'll
They
get to
always want to
UGA
have
in a
a
minute.
good
Let's
run
talk
team.
about Kentucky. We're gonna get to UGA. Trust
No,
me.
I'm talking about Kentucky.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
No, I'm
Oh,
talking about
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
I thought you
Their
said
offensive
UGA.
line coach, I cannot remember his name, but his offensive line coach, they always recruit big, physical offensive linemen who can block. They always have a running game. It's just the development of their passing game that's something that was new because they weren't ever really a threat passing the ball. And last year, like Wandale Robinson, like he was, he just went ham. And their defense is the SEC defense. They're going to be, they're going to be good. So I think we just saw, a surge of them being successful last year. I
But
don't
was
think.
that the beginning for them to something bigger, or is this that it?
I mean, I think they go back to being
The
a
middle of the
mid-tier
pack.
SEC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got, Drew?
Man, did you watch the Kentucky game last year?
I did. I even watched the replay a couple days ago.
Okay, so my biggest thing on Kentucky, man, is shout out Stoops is killing it, man. I like Stoops. But
That's what I just said.
Wandale Robinson did leave, and
Yeah.
losing Chris Rodriguez, man, that's arguably the second or third best running back in the SEC and in the country. Man, he's a good running back. So losing him for that game, we're gonna see what Will Levis is made of, man. Will Levis passed for like 97 yards or 111 yards or something on us last year. Times in the game last year, there was 17 false start penalties. I mean, ruined
It was
30.
an ugly game. Yeah.
22.
Crazy. Dan Mullen had a chance to score right before halftime. Instead,
They
he let
didn't
the
do
clock
it.
run out.
Yeah, I remember watching that.
Proves he quit on us, man. And I think with Billy, we haven't watched him coach yet, right? We've seen him coach Louisiana. They were well.
We seen the JV. Yes, that junior varsity.
We haven't seen him coach yet, but if just by watching him, how he talks, how he acts, everything he does, you could tell, man, he's going to run a real tight ship, a real disciplined team. Two offensive line coaches, one from the NFL, one played in the NFL. They're really going to really attack, weaknesses and fix that mental game where those false starts aren't going to kill us. I actually have. That's another night game, right? Our first 3 games this year are home games.
Who made this schedule? Who
I
did?
don't know, man. We got Utah
Who made
at 30, Kentucky at 7:30, and USF at 7. All night games in the swamp. That's our first 3. But I actually have us beating Kentucky by 3 scores. I have us beating them convincingly, man. I if you look at
3 field goals?
Huh? No.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, man. I got 2
Boy, you
ones.
something else.
Disrespect.
Look at everything that happened last year. You take away all those false start penalties, all the not kicking the field goal or not going for the points, and what they do? They beat us by 1 score. They
Late scored that.
I was about to say, yeah, it's going late, I think.
as bad as we were, and as much as our team quit, and everything happened, and all those bad penalties and everything, still, and that this was their best team they've had in years. They still only scraped out 1 score win, and that was with a healthy Chris Rodriguez and Wandale Robinson that had great games, and now those guys are both gone. Will Levis is going to have to make something happen, and he's not the guy, man. That's a lot of fake hype. I mean,
I'm telling you, I don't know who gave it.
So I got us imposing our will on Kentucky, man. I think Kentucky's going to be. I think we beat Utah, and then I think when we beat Kentucky, it's going to be more impressive than beating Utah because at the end of the day, man, Utah is a Pac-12 team and they are good, but Kentucky's an SEC team that just beat us that everyone thinks is a Heisman candidate quarterback. So if we go in there and we really beat up on this guy, I think that'll be a more impressive win. It's really going to solidify where we're going with our team. If you look at the losses that our team had last year player-wise, Kerry Elam and Dameon Pierce are probably the biggest two names. And unfortunately, and I say this with all respect to Dameon Pierce because I love Dameon Pierce. I've spoken to him. I've met him. It's not really that big of a loss for us because we only gave him 8 carries a game. If we gave him 4 carries a game he deserved, massive loss. But 8 carries for 55 yards and maybe an occasional touchdown doesn't kill us at all because Dan underused him. You know what I mean? I think he's going to kill it in the NFL. I'm a Colts fan, man, and he's at the Texans.
You a who?
Indianapolis Colts, man.
Oh, that's happening. Oh, good.
So,
man.
He's for the
You
Texans.
think Matt Ryan going to be successful out there?
Look,
I hope so, man. I hope so.
No, I ain't asking what you hope. No. We all hope for the best. No. What I asked you, do you think Matt Ryan is going to be successful in India? When I say successful, I mean AFC Championship or better.
I think he's gonna do really good, man. He's never had a running back like Jonathan Taylor in his career. Devontae Freeman is okay.
Ooh.
Devontae Freeman ain't Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor's
Not at all.
Michael Turner led the league in rushing 3 years in a row. But okay, go ahead. Continue on.
And Jonathan Taylor just got his first one in his first or second year? Second year, man. So he's got a long career. And I'm pretty sure Matt Ryan's never had an offensive line like what he has. Nobody gets a Quentin Nelson every day. You know what I mean? So it could be fun, man. I don't know, but I'll stick with the college for you, man. And I don't know, man. I really feel like everything we lost, the deepness of our secondary losing Kerry Elam, it sucks to lose Kerry. But Jalen Kimber, I think I like Jalen Kimber, and I'm going to ask your opinion on him because obviously it came from you guys. But an Avery Helm that's now battle tested, he got picked on early, and now apparently he's locking down everybody. Jason Marshall, of course. Trevez is back. Kamar Wilcoxon is healthy.
Jordan Young.
True freshman Devin Moore is showing out.
I never question y'all secondary, man. Y'all secondary probably be the strength of y'all team a lot of times. Especially
I think the secondary got stronger outside of losing Kerry Elam. It's crazy. You lose a guy.
Kimber's great. Kimber's good as long as he's been promised to start positioning. He gets that, he'll be okay. Now, if you tell him he got a battle for it, he might not.
I mean, I think that's understood because
I think we're going to be running 5 DBs, so there's going to be a lot of turnover time. So I think everybody's going to play a lot because we do got a very deep DB room. So those 2 positions, losing those guys and then still getting better in that room. I just don't see where our team got any worse. When we get into these situations where we talk about, for example, and I'm sure you guys will touch on it, but Tennessee, everyone tells me they think Tennessee's going to win. We beat them by 24 last year with a broken team. How did they get 25 points better than we got, and how did we get 25 points worse? You know what I mean? That's the way I kind of look at it. I just don't see where we got any worse.
I'll tell you why. Because
offensive line got better. We picked up a top 3 offensive tackle or offensive guard in the country. I just touched on the running back room. Dameon Pierce, losing him sucks, but we didn't use him. So, now you got Montrell Johnson, who is, a monster, man. That guy's hell. So you got Montrell. You got all these other guys coming in that are increasing our room. Ventrell Miller's back. That's something that a lot of people really understating. That was our leading tackler. That's the heart and soul of our defense in the middle. And now he's...
That wasn't saying much, though.
It wasn't. You come through thump or something.
Not with Todd Grantham. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Todd Grantham ruined it. But, think about it, man. What are we, 2 years out of beating Georgia with 14 overall recruiting?
You beat Georgia with a 5-year senior quarterback and a unicorn tight end that you'll never see again. Good job. I give you that.
Hey, man, look, at the end of the day,
you'll never have it again. You ain't gonna get it again. No time.
But the development, nobody expected Trask to do what Trask did.
No, he didn't. But y'all went to the SEC championship game that year. Y'all rolled everybody. It wasn't like y'all just had one great game against Georgia. And again, Mullen on offense, I'm not gonna discount him. If you give Mullen 4 years with the core group of players, he's going to get you there
I
offensively.
think the difference between Mullen and Napier, right?
And
Mullen
we just couldn't stop a fucking wheel
Mullen,
route that they saved our life. That's
Mullen
the
is
only thing that beat us, the wheel route from your damn running back, the whole game.
we
So
had
what
our
else?
team beat y'all. Mullen offense outlier is great, right? Napier is nowhere near damn Mullen.
We don't know
Nowhere
what he is yet. He might
No,
be.
we're not even going to put that in the same thing. Napier
You don't
isn't
know
damn
that
Mullen.
shit.
However, Patrick Toney is not Ty Grantham. And the fact that defense balances out a little bit more, I would rather
You ain't
have-
seen this yet, Ken. You doing like Drew. You talking about hope.
No, that's not a thing. You could line up and say, hey man, I want to call this game for the Gators. And you could probably call a better game than Ty Grantham getting off. You just pulling up, just off general knowledge of, because you're like, yo, okay, we did this, they kept doing this, let's change it up.
But it was a coaching issue. But when I watched that game Britton Cox had against Georgia, I really think it's like a player leadership.
It was everything from the top bottom. When you have guys when you have a coach who
And Britton Cox still talking. So I don't think it's
he's going to talk. It's fine to talk, but when
No, it ain't. Not when you don't back it up.
he got 8 sacks without all the effort and injured. He still had 8 sacks. But when you have a coach who
What was your record last year?
we won 6 games.
Oh.
But that's not because of Britton Cox. That's because of the coach.
He was a part of it.
And
Yeah, he was a part of it.
Team. When the coach doesn't hold his team accountable, he doesn't hold himself accountable and his staff, and it trickles down. Like when you got guys not going to meetings and there's nobody getting in trouble, what are you going to do? Like nobody's going to listen. When you have a coach changing the game plan for a defense the day before a game or the day of the game, you're not going to be successful. That's just
all I hear is excuse.
But look, we're going to get into a good patch. We're going to get Steve no time this week. F his time he got next week. All right, man. So line it up. Give me your favorite Gator, right? And your favorite Gator.
No, Mount Rushmore. Let's do Mount Rushmore. Gators. Mount Rushmore. I need the top 4 Gators all time.
Right,
I need the top 4. I got my own question. Well, y'all can answer his question.
Give me your favorite Gator and your favorite Gator moment.
We know who it is.
Well, mine is Tim Tebow.
Duh, everybody shit. Wow.
But like, I really love Percy Harvin. I did. I like Fred Taylor. I like Fred Taylor too.
Should he be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
There you go, Tony. That's mine. I'm with Tony.
I didn't want to say Aaron Hernandez because I didn't want to be, I really did like him. I didn't want y'all to judge me though. But I guess ultimately it'll be Tim Tebow, and I think probably the championship game. But no, I really like. I can't remember what game, but the first one he did the jump pass in.
Oh, was
that Tennessee?
Yeah. He hit that little movement.
Yeah.
Threw it up to Aaron Hernandez. I think he threw it to Aaron.
I was really I remember getting really hyped about that, and of course beating Oklahoma. So yeah.
What'd you say, Drew?
He threw that up to take Casey. Was the first one.
Casey.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a tough question for me. Everybody loves Tim Tebow, as do I. Everybody loves Percy, as do I. But I'm actually gonna kick it back, man. I got 2, man. It's tough. Actually, I got so damn many, but I love Javon Curse.
Okay.
The freak.
Javon Curse, man. Javon Curse, the freak. I remember growing up watching that guy, and I'm like, holy shit. Fred Taylor and Ernest Graham are also, but I remember, I think it was my 10th birthday. My mom took me to my first Gator game. I told this story on my Spaces the other day. It was Florida versus Ohio, and we killed them, man, like 76-7 or nothing or something. It was like a tornado hurricane, man, going on in the stadium the whole time. And I was obsessed with Taylor Jacobs. He was my favorite Gator, a wide receiver. I loved him. And I remember my mom said, hey, it's time to go. The weather's getting real bad, and the game was so far over. And as we're walking out of the stadium, Taylor Jacobs, 60-yard touchdown catch. And I remember, like, being so happy that he got it, but being so sad I didn't get to see it. And, fast forward now, man, I'm 32 years old. I run all these spaces talking about the Gators, and Taylor Jacobs is in the news for hooking up with Jimbo Fisher's wife when he was at Florida State. So I love Taylor Jacobs, man. That's
Hey,
my
man.
guy.
Damn, Florida State be taking L's for no
Yeah,
reason.
that's why that boy.
What about that official letter that they sent out and didn't spell official right? Y'all seen that?
Yeah,
But
man.
Florida State
That's
need to
what
stop.
Florida State does, man.
And what are they always doing with the water? They had the water balloon fight.
Bro, you see the water gun?
It is
The man
squirted
was
the kid in the face, catching punch.
with the water gun, bro. Come on, man. Florida State. I think Mike is really trying to ruin that program on purpose.
Field day, bro. That's what field day over there.
Hey, I hope they.
All right, wait, hold on. Let me get my favorite Gator. My favorite Gator moment. I got one. Jordan Reed. He was going into the end zone. Jarvis Jones punches the ball out. He fumbles at the 1 yard line. Georgia recovered, game over. That's my favorite Gator. And that's my favorite Gator moment. I swear I'll never forget that. Jarvis Jones punched the ball right from behind. Boop! Ball popped right out. Jordan Reed sat there and cried on the field, I think, for like 30 minutes.
Hey, man, don't talk
Man,
about
that was.
Out of here, man.
That was my favorite Gator. He's my favorite Gator all time. My favorite Gator.
Moment, man.
All right, Tony. Tony got one. There you go.
Get out of here, Tony.
Wow.
All right, my favorite Gator, of course, hometown kid, the homie P. Harvin, favorite Gator, and then my another favorite Gator, Tease Tabor, man. He's one of the guys I love. I got to coach against him when I first started coaching football. And
Who did you say?
Tease Tabor.
Oh, okay.
That boy was a monster as a freshman. Made us look crazy out there. Favorite moment? Yeah, man. Favorite moment is I have a few. The first one, I like that Felipe Franks run. I can't remember who they were playing, but it was just the one where he like broke out. They just kept missing tackles, and he was just like kind of bumbling, stumbling down the field for like 70 yards. He didn't score, but it was like he just kept running. I don't know if it was against Kentucky or Tennessee, but it was just funny. It was just one of my things. I was like, oh, he's still running. He's still running. And he made it down the field. Another one was, of course, the throw from Franks to Cleveland to win the game at Tennessee. Like that thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was good.
Dude, I was in row 3 in that end zone when that happened. The ball looked like it was gonna land in my lap.
That thing. I was like, oh, I lost my shit.
I had grabbed somebody's child by the head and was using him to jump higher. Like I was supposed to jump higher.
Hey, look.
He was like, I was using him as a platform to jump higher.
Gator fans just rude as hell.
And then my last favorite moment is when Brandon Spikes set the tone, came through that middle and smashed that Georgia dog was in his face. You know what I'm saying?
Marina.
Yeah. That's
You know what? I was gonna mention another Georgia moment. Georgia.
It doesn't matter. Y'all got next week. We're muting them. No, I'm sorry.
Bro, you mute my mic, bro.
We ain't got that much time left, man. We ain't getting into your Georgia stuff, man. Y'all got next week, and you can shit on a.
KB, I want to tell you a quick story, real quick, man, because you said Tease Tabor. So you know Tease Tabor, he was one of my favorite Gators as well. And you know, it was like Gator Fan Week where you go over there, you get to meet all the players. And he had gotten into that fight. Who was it? It was Ciante Lewis, I think. And Ciante Lewis hit him in the head with a helmet, split his eye open. Well, he had got suspended and not allowed to go to Gator Fan Day. And I was like so bummed. It was like one of the main reasons I was going. So I had reached out to him on Twitter, and I had tweeted pretty much like, man, I'm never going to get to meet Tease. That's what I was going to Fan Day for. He had actually got my DMs and hit me up, gave me his personal cell phone number, and told me text him when I get into town, and he'll meet me at Bull Gator. So I told my buddy, and we slid out, and he showed up.
What the hell is Bull Gator?
Bull Gator is the big Bull Gator statue that we have out on our campus. Big old statue. So he met me out there, man. Dude had a bag of Taco Bell stitches inside, and he signed a couple hats and stuff for me. And I had actually reached out to Gator Collective the other day, and I'm thinking about kind of raffle ticketing off a Tease Tabor hat and donating all that money to the collective. So that's something that we might have in the work. It's signed by Tease, pictures to prove it and everything. But he 24/7. I think it was. It might have been Thomas Goldcamp made a story, and another 24/7 writer from Florida State blew it up and said Tease Tabor not following the rules, making his own fan day Well, that was about my story that was put on. He was cool, man. He came out and met us and everything. It was a pretty cool.
Yeah. He's a cool kid, man. But no, ain't no hate for Reggie Nelson. You know, we just got our favorites. You know what I'm saying? And Reggie Nelson, legend. He'll be brought up later in this conversation. We ain't got that much time
I
left.
think that's my boy Sant though. I think Reggie Nelson is one of his relatives. That's my
Oh
homeboy.
yeah,
Sant.
hey man, Reggie Nelson's a dog, man. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't no disrespect to Reggie Nelson.
Nelson, the best
Um,
in history, bro.
all right, so we got two things left, right? Before we get into this 2008 Florida versus 2021 UGA conversation,
I don't want to talk about that.
we
talked about that already. I know
okay,
y'all opinion, bro. I want to hear the. I need y'all Mount Rushmore. Give me y'all Mount Rushmore of Florida people. I need y'all best Florida Gators of all time. You only get 4. Tebow, you only get 3 because Tebow's already up there. So we know that for everybody. So you only get 3 more slots.
Woo.
You got to give me your Mount Rushmore of Gators. You only get 3 more. Tebow's 1.
Who want to go first?
Well, let y'all think about that for a second.
So you got Tebow, and I think you have to have Percy Harvin. You have to have.
The Cam Newton and Ethan Smith. I said, we give y'all a second to think about it.
Sheesh, man.
It's tough. You ain't giving 3 spots. Well, people ain't got it. Anybody who give me a top 4 Gator don't put Tebow. I probably won't take it serious.
Give me Tim Tebow, Percy Harvin, Fred Taylor, and Reggie Nelson.
I can respect that. Chris, are you ready? Or are you still thinking?
So you ain't put Emmitt Smith on there. You ain't put Kyle Pitts on
only
there.
4, man. You only could put 4.
I think Kyle Pitts would have been on there if he played.
You ain't got now. You don't got now one of the Pouncey brothers.
Now I agree with the Pitts thing. I agree with the Pitts thing. If you would have got Pitts for one more year of that level, then yeah.
Okay. Pouncey brother, you got a couple cornerbacks out there. There's C.J. Henderson. There's a couple guys.
I mean, for me, you got Tebow, you got Harvin, you got. I'm gonna have to go. I'll go with. I'm gonna go with Emmett.
No, Tony.
The thing is funny with him. He can only pick between 2 teams, and we can go through a whole era. He's either gonna pick the 2001 team or the team with Michael Irvin and Sapien. Those are the only 2 teams you got to pick from Miami. So their decisions are very easy. We got to go through a whole list of greats. But me, I'm going Tebow. I'm going Harvin. I'm going Spikes for me. And I'm gonna go with Emmett. And that's no disrespect to nobody because he still got Spurrier. You still got, Rex.
Oh, y'all ain't nobody said Spurrier. Oh, he might be above Tebow.
You still got.
If you put Spurrier above Tebow, I would be okay.
No,
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot when you think. I might put Spurrier up there instead of running back because what he meant to the program, just in general, he is the one that
I can see that
jumpstart. So yeah, I put Spurrier, Tebow, Harvin, and I like Spikes, man. He was at.
Spurrier's a good one.
I'm with that.
Give me Tebow, Percy. Give me Fred. Give me Javon Curse.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's a good. Yeah, you can't go wrong with them.
You can see that's the thing, man. When you talk about the Mount Rushmores, especially for
that's why it's so hard. You only get 4. You only get 4 spots. You only get 4. That's why it's so hard. And
oftentimes you're a victim to, unless you're a historian, you're a victim to, your time.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And man, it's a lot of great Gators, man.
We always preface our statements by saying anything beyond like 1989, 88, the end of the 80s, we really can't. I can't speak to. So we always preface it. I'm pretty sure it's a Gator out there that y'all missing back in 1960 something that was a legend. Drew probably know him, don't get me wrong. But I'm saying See what I'm saying?
Early. Look, you
Just follow.
gonna get jacking.
See what I'm saying?
Followed me on Twitter the other day, man. I was like,
Oh, that's what's up.
Oh yeah, that's what's
Guru,
up.
what's your handle on Twitter?
At GatorDrew352.
Yeah, man. He the one. He be making all the noise. So look,
Yeah.
we gonna go out with this one, man.
Hold on, we ain't get Drew Mount Rushmore, did we?
At Gator
Yeah,
what?
we did.
Oh, we did. My bad.
GatorDrew352.
Now,
Gotcha.
I appreciate it.
going off. So this year, man, again, we excited. Gator Nation's excited for next year.
As you should be.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a new
Just not on a
coach.
recruiting tip, but just on a playing tip. And you know, we see the videos, we see the posts, we see the lives, we see the kids posting. These kids locked in, man. You know, you can make the joke about Brenton Constant last year. The man is focused this year. You can see from the top to bottom, from the DBs to the linemen to the kickers to the punters. These guys.
He's focused on getting paid and going to the league. He
That's
does
fine.
not care about
I
that
don't
team.
care what your motivation is. I don't care what the motivation is. just get it done, type thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for next year. What player are you guys excited to see next year, and what's your expectations for next year?
This year or Nick?
I'm sorry.
This year. Okay. I know I meant.
What player are you excited to see this year, and to see what they do, and then what are your just expectations for the season?
Mine is Anthony Richardson. I want to see him get all the snaps. I don't need him to get hurt being stupid, running when he should slide. I want to see none of that. I know he a big fella. He got a cannon for an arm. He has an NFL body. So, but like you got to know when to take your hits and etc. But I want to see him, and I see us going through 6-6 last year, 8-4. I think we lose to Georgia. I think we lose to A&M. We probably gonna lose a game that we're supposed to win. One of those learning type games where you know. But yeah, I can see us going 8-4, 7-5 at the worst. I think we win more than we lose. We got a lot of home games, so I expect us to, for us to see, like Florida fans to see like the direction that we're going. Like, okay, this is gonna be we get another year or two when Billy get all his people in, then like that. So that's what I think. Better than last year.
What you got, Drew?
So I mean, obviously, I want to see a healthy AR too, but I want to go somewhere else with it. I'm super excited to see Montrell Johnson. I've watched all the Louisiana games, and he had an awesome year last year as a freshman. He reminds me just his running style. He reminds me of Marshawn Lynch. I'm not comparing him to Marshawn Lynch, but the way that interview, the run through a motherfucker's face. That's his man. That's how he runs. So I'm excited to see him behind a good offensive line. My prediction, man, it's tough because I really want to kind of go the same route and say that we probably lose a game we shouldn't. But I really feel like it's a different coaching staff will be more prepared for games. So I think a floor for us will be 7-5. But I'm looking for us to lose one game to Georgia. And I think it's going to be a close game. I'm not sold on A&M.
Hold the hell on. You say you're going to beat Texas A&M?
Yeah, I'm not sold on Texas A&M whatsoever. They lost their starting quarterback. They lost their best running back. They're going to rely heavily on Evan Stewart and a bunch of true freshman players. And from what I've learned in the past, man, true freshmen, they don't light it up.
That's true. Yeah. That's
true. Evan Stewart's going to be a load, but if that's going to be your best player, then after Evan Stewart, it's probably a wash. You got to figure something out on the defensive line. I know they're relying heavily on Walter Nolan, who was an awesome high school player, but
I'm not sold on
do it at the next level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not sold on Walter Nolan, bro. That doesn't be perfect.
I think Texas A&M is going to. I don't know if they named the starter yet, but I know in their quarterback competition is I forget his name, Brad Johnson's son, from LSU.
The transfer. Yeah,
ate us up a little bit the year that Jackass threw the shoe. So
Right.
I
I was
think
pissed about that.
I think he could do well, but he had
One of my favorite Gator moments.
a bad
Top
game.
five.
What else? So I'm not sold on A&M, man. They got to really show me. I think Tennessee will be tough, but I mean, like I said earlier, I don't see how they got much better.
Well, how the
Georgia's
hell
not
everybody so high
enough.
on Tennessee? Like,
I
where
think
do
we're
they
gonna
see it?
I think we'll
They
have a fun
see it on
little game
Bama.
to Georgia, but I think Georgia edges us out. You know, they got tons of experience and good players on that team. But other than that, man, I would be very surprised if we won less than, I say seven's the floor, but I'd be surprised if we won less than 9.
I
Very
like that. I like that.
You win now, you won't be in the
That's
Turkey
lofty,
Chicken Bowl.
bro. That's lofty. That's a lofty.
No, I mean, I agree to an extent as well. Like, I see us being successful. I think we'll be around 8, 9 wins. I've been saying it the whole time. I think we'll be around 8 or 9. If we get more, I'm great. If we get less, we get 7. I'm like, all right, you can chalk it up to. You can find your excuse or your reason why. But 7 losses is by far the floor. But realistically, I expect 8 or 9 because I'm not sold on Tennessee, just because they played Bama well in the beginning. Like,
Y'all
that
play
means
Bama well.
nothing.
That don't mean nothing.
Exactly.
Right.
And if people that are picking these teams are using going off of last year and what happened last year as their base, then they're sadly mistaken. And I love it because I love for them to look stupid and have to backtrack after they're wrong. So that's why I have us around 8, 9 wins. I'm looking forward to just not particularly one player. I'm looking. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm looking for like Brenton Cox to ball out, Princely to ball out. But there's that defense and whole, man. Just as a unit, I'm looking for them to take the identity of that. What I'm saying, foot on the throat, get it done, run through the brick wall. Turnovers, getting back to what we expect Gator football to be, what it's always been. Even in our bad days, our defense was still
Right.
knocking heads and yeah, what I'm saying? It still was a strength. So I'm looking for us to get back to that just as a unit. So yeah, man, I just expect a good year. I don't expect perfection. I know we probably, lose one. We be like, man, well, we see what happened. But overall, I expect us to be, pretty good.
Well, my expectations for the Florida Gators, I do think you will probably. I won 6 last year. I'm 6 to 8 range. That's what I would give y'all in the 6 to 8 range. On the high end, I think, like you said, a good season, you'll win 9. On the floor, I think 6 or 7 is your lowest, as far as win totals.
Yeah, I mean,
Bowl games.
anybody talking about a bowl game? Here you go.
I mean, if you ain't in the college football playoff, it really matters.
No, it doesn't. But no, like when you look at the teams, like everybody has their, oh, well, we could have easily been 8. And when you look at it, Kentucky lost, took a miracle block kick, run back, 22 false starts. That should have been a W. Missouri, crazy ass overtime, 2-point conversion it took for them to get that. Crazy. LSU literally took us running the same defense, and I've never seen a game in my life, high school, on any level of football, to where one team can run the same play over and over and over and over, and you do nothing to stop.
And then we came back the next week and ran the same play.
Everybody did. Every team after that game did it, and you best believe Utah first play running the ball is going to be a counter. I guarantee you.
So Utah actually runs the counter a lot.
I was about to say that's what they do though. That's their game.
I guarantee you this is going to be the first play.
That's their game. They run that counter a lot. So that's we're gonna expect that. Expect that a lot.
What is Brenton Cox gonna do against a pulling guard?
I mean, I think this year you have with Brenton Cox. He talks with him talking to Georgia players. That's like talking to your home.
Oh yeah, I don't count.
Now we know what it is. Those are the guys. But I do expect him to have double-digit sacks this year. Last year he had, you think about it. Last year he had 8. He was playing on a hurt knee and he was playing half-ass. Like everybody knows he's playing half-ass and hurt. However you want to explain it, he had 8. With him being focused, the demand that this staff has for its players, you can't half-ass, or you're gonna be.
What if he does? He's sitting on the bench, and then he's just running.
Well,
What
then you on
gonna
the
take?
bench. I'd rather you be on the bench if you half-assing than be on the field and half-assing. Like if you're on the bench because you're on.
He's the most talented one y'all got. He's the most talented pass rusher.
We
No,
have pass
we're
rushers for days, boy.
we're loaded.
We're
If he's
good.
on the bench,
That's
Tyreek,
So again, y'all both y'all completely missed exactly what I just said. I ain't say you didn't
No,
have
he's
it.
our most
I
talented
said
man.
he is your most talented pass rusher. Am I wrong with that statement?
I think Princely is.
Ooh,
I think we haven't got Steve Princely yet.
that's
Think
disrespectful.
Prince-
You think he's
No.
better than Brenton Cox?
No, because
Yeah.
he's a better pass. When you say pass rusher,
Just a pure pass rusher.
pure pass
Brenton
rusher.
Cox is
Prince.
it. He's one of the best in the SEC.
It comes. He
I'm
absolutely
telling
is,
you.
but it comes with talent. It comes with mentality. Brandon Cox's mentality was to take
Now,
plays off.
that's true. Now, that's true. I do agree with
Right.
that.
He's gonna get an
Princely.
opportunity this year, and he's gonna. I promise you, that kid won't take no plays off.
I bet he won't
I
have
love-
more sacks than Dumar Johnson. What you want to bet?
What is it
I bet you won't have more sacks than Dumar Johnson from Georgia. What you want to bet?
from DeMar Dotson from Georgia?
Johnson.
Who? Princely or
Yeah, Prince.
Princely?
I take Nolan Smith. You want to bet Nolan Smith versus Brenton Cox? I take that bet for sacks.
What we betting?
You gonna have to put on the Georgia uniform for a week and put it on your profile. That's the only thing I bet.
Oh, Georgia. Man, my mother-in-law is a fucking Georgia fan too, dude. Oh. Yeah, let's call it, man. I'll bet. Scare money don't make money.
That's what
Oh
we're talking
shit!
about.
Bet.
Brenton Cox and Nolan Smith. Whoever got the most sacks at the end of the season. I take that.
Bet.
That's
All right.
it.
Guys, I got to get off of here, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, man. We're in
Hey
it.
man, we
Thank
appreciate you
man.
coming on, man. Thank
We
you.
appreciate it, man. I'll hit you up in your DMs, man. Again, man. Appreciate you being on, bro.
Yeah, this is awesome, man. I have fun. I appreciate it, guys. Nice to meet you. Have a fun football season, man. I'll be talking to you.
All right,
Indeed, indeed, man. If y'all want to follow Drew, man, at Guru Drew, was it?
At Gator 52.
Gator Drew.
At Gator Drew 352. Boom.
Y'all, thank you.
All right.
Man, be easy. Yeah, we probably gonna wrap it up here, man. Since Steve don't want to get into this 2008 versus 2020.
Cause we've already talked about that.
Boy,
We can get
I did my read.
Because
Oh,
in
and
my
then you said
opinion,
something.
that Georgia team would have stopped Tebow easy. Tebow
No.
ain't fast enough to be
Tebow wasn't-
dynamic against that
Tebow
Georgia
wasn't.
team like
Tebow
that. Man.
wasn't.
Stop
Tebow
it.
wouldn't be our focus.
Stop.
Tebow running the ball wouldn't be our focus, and I'll tell you why. You know,
That's the
I feel-
only reason y'all gonna win.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Jameson Williams single-handedly beat UGA in the SEC championship.
Well,
We
he
have a
beat
guy
that
by
UGA.
Percy Harvin. We have a guy by Percy Harvin who's way better than Jameson.
He ain't got the size of Jameson Williams. No, he's not the same. No,
He doesn't be
Jameson
the
Williams
size.
is 6'3".
Y'all didn't
Get
touch
out of
him.
here, man.
Y'all didn't touch Jameson Williams. So what do you
Jameson
mean?
Williams going up and making catches across the middle of the field in the air. Percy
And he
Harvin
was
ain't doing
open.
that.
It was
Percy
5
Harvin,
yards clear.
only
turn
thing y'all
side.
did with Percy Harvin is try to run them little bubble screens.
Nah,
That
man.
shit don't work.
I pulled
against
up.
that defense, bro.
I pulled up. Not only that, I pulled up what our defenses were ranked and our offense were ranked. So our UGA's defense last year ended at number 2 behind Wisconsin, which I didn't know. I was surprised. Total defense.
Are we taking the competition into account?
Yeah, I mean, no, we're just we got to take it. And y'all defense and our defense in 2008 ended at number 6. Y'all offense ranked last year ended at 26, and we ended at 7. The defense, our offense averaged 43 points a game. UGA offense averaged 37 points per game, which is higher than I thought. I didn't expect them scoring 37 points a game, but shout out to y'all defense. And y'all defense held guys to 10 points per game, and we held guys to 13 points per game.
You talking about last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had more All-Americans. We had 3. Y'all had 2. The All-SEC team. I mean,
How many draft picks y'all have?
I didn't go over that, so I don't know.
Okay,
But,
thank you. Because I had 14 things.
I mean,
15
that's
for
fine.
defense.
That's
14
fine.
for
But when we talk about
What
the
are we
guys
talking
who
about?
did something on the field and for accolades, y'all had 1, 2, 3. This guy, man. Look, we can do. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worry about that. But yeah, man. So and then I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you held back on that conversation about Tebow and Stetson because that's just disrespectful. And because I went over those numbers, I was like, I don't know what conversation he's about to have other than that, than the nice,
Nah, man.
than,
Ain't
than
got
that
nothing
nice
to say.
haircut he got.
That Tebow wouldn't beat that Bama team.
That Tebow, because you got to remember what Tebow, right? And the offense as a general. A lot of people, we look at Tebow for running it. A lot of his runs were like short yardage runs, like within the 10s.
Again, but defenses were built different back then.
But I'm saying like
You ain't have the
his
same
body type,
speed at linebacker.
it
Georgia got
wasn't,
linebacker
you
running
didn't
4-3.
remember Tebow stuff was a lot of stuff was up the middle. He wasn't a take you to the edge guy. It
So
was
you think he going up the middle against Jordan Davis? I just want to ask you
yes,
that.
because he has two Pouncey twins.
Jordan Davis will eat Pouncey's lunch.
Why? He ain't eat nobody lunch this year.
You crazy.
His numbers weren't even better than Javon Dexter's. What are you talking about?
Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter would kill
And we have Tartan. We had the SEC team, and
I'm
we
not
had
gonna do
Tartan,
this.
and we had Tartan as a tackle on
I'm
the
not
side.
gonna do this with y'all.
Whatever you pick, we got something there just as good, if not better. That's what
Like
I'm
I
saying.
said, your offense didn't have nothing but Percy. And if you think Kirby gonna let Percy Harvin take it,
No, Lewis Murphy got
That's
busy.
it.
Lewis Murphy got busy.
he's
Aaron
Lewis
Hernandez
Murphy is
got
light skinned as
busy.
hell.
Aaron
Now
Hernandez
he'll kill
was
him.
the
Now he'll
pitch
kill
before
him.
pitch.
Now he'll kill him. Now he'll kill him. I ain't gonna lie.
You know that. Aaron
kill him.
Hernandez
Yeah.
was pitch before pitch.
No, so get ready.
And Rainey.
Aaron Hernandez will take
And
you
what
out.
you gonna
You
do?
right.
And
We
Rainey
don't
and
want no
James.
smoke.
You don't
We
have
don't want
nobody
no smoke with
keeping
Aaron
up. You don't have
Hernandez.
nobody keeping up with the wheel routes on Rainey and James. At the end of the day,
We fixed that wheel route shit last year. You need to stop.
UGA
And the
defense
fact that
was
Dan Mullen ran the same play 32 times 2 years ago to beat Georgia is ridiculous.
UGA defense was not going to keep up with Florida's offense.
You crazy.
And Florida and UGA's offense isn't potent enough to go against that defense. Them defensive backs, let me just tell you who would have had to pass against. Y'all would have had to pass against.
They ain't better. That defense not better than Bama's last year.
I'm sorry, the DBs for UGA, for Florida, Ahmad Black, Joe Hayden, Janoris Jenkins, and Major Wright. Where's
Two.
show me?
I know two. Joe Hayden and Major Wright. That's it. And Major Wright wouldn't even
Ahmad
that good.
Black
Never heard of
Janoris Jenkins.
Never heard of.
You've heard of Janoris Jenkins.
You know Janoris Jenkins. Come on now.
Never heard of him in my life. Y'all need to stop this.
Y'all ain't going over the top on them boys. Come on now.
AD Mitchell going straight over the top. AD was going straight over. And who gonna stop? Which one of them players gonna stop Brock Bowers? None of them.
Pick one.
Darnell Washington. Now one of them is even
Darnell
up to
Washington
his.
don't do
Darnell
nothing
don't come to
anyway
his
against
nipple.
people.
You crazy? They don't even come up to his nipple.
He's
Stop
this.
this.
Laquan
Stop
McGowan.
this, bro.
You know, remember Laquan McGowan, the big corner.
He's going to block whatever defensive end you put on that.
Man, remember that lineman from Baylor that was catching touchdowns, the 400-pound
dude. You need to stop. Next week we talking about the Dogs. We're gonna talk about the 2021 championship. We got a lot more exciting stuff to talk about than the past. When it comes to the Dogs next week, we can talk about current players, current triumphs as of recent, and not go back to 2007. Okay.
This is why Tony is a Miami fan. First play action. we want to play action the first play. We picking it off and we taking it back to the house. That's exactly why you're a Miami fan. Stay over there and just.
Tony said first play. Utah scoring a touchdown the first play.
And that's it. This guy. That's
good show, man. Crystal, man, we definitely appreciate you coming on. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Shout out to Chris. Indeed, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't no fair weather fans, baby. We about this life. You see the background. Shout out to Drew for coming on, man. One of the homies from Twitter. Shout out to my boy Jamie. He was supposed to be on today, but he had a family emergency. So
cool.
Prayers for your grandma. Hope she's okay. Yeah, man. Georgia, it was Florida week, man. I had fun. We were talking.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. That was a good show. Good. Drew came in with a lot of good knowledge, man.
Hey, man. Drew. Hey, man. That's why me and him care, because he talked the good talk, and he was like, I'll be watching film. I'll be watching film too. All right. So I'm not weird. Everybody else is weird. You know what I'm saying?
Or the two of you could just be weird.
I was just about to say maybe the two of y'all.
Y'all know what y'all talking about, though. Y'all know what y'all talking about.
Man, it's how we look at it.
Oh man,
yeah, shout out for taking your time this morning, Crystal. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, you got somewhere else you could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we definitely appreciate that.
Appreciate you. Next week, We have to give it to the guys.
Talk about the dogs a little bit, man. Talk about that. But we have preseason action next week too. We'll talk about the preseason games that happened today. The Falcons don't play till Monday. I think today. The Bears played last night. I forgot who played today, but I think the Patriots. The Patriots played today.
played. No, they played last night.
They played last night too.
They played.
Oh, okay.
They played the Panthers.
Oh, that's what's up. Did Baker play?
Yeah, I think he played, but he didn't play he didn't do. You know how they had a third game? They take all the snaps. He didn't take them though. They said they stopped the quarterback, whatever battle or whatever.
Oh,
So, no, he didn't play the whole time.
okay. So Baker is QB1.
And look, and next week, this Friday coming up, I'm going to the Cowboys preseason game against the Seahawks. So I'm gonna have some first count. I'm gonna try to get some video. I'm hoping that preseason the stadium ain't filled because I'm in like the 300s because I ain't paying no $100 to see no preseason game. So I'm in the 300s, but I got a good seat, and I'm gonna go ahead and make that move. You feel me? When I see if somebody ain't sitting in them seats in the first half or second half, they're gonna be occupied. You feel me? So we're gonna get on there, man. I'm gonna try to get some just some shots, make a little video or something. Let's see what the Cowboys game day vibe is. So we can talk about Jacob, make it feel good. And yeah, man. That's it.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So next week we back. Yep. Appreciate it. Next week we back, y'all. We out. Peace.